Hello friends, this is Dikshit sir. Last video we started with the topic mensuration. Uh, we just moved on with some formulas and the basic concepts how to generate the formula for area and volume. This is in continuation with the same. We'll revise the formula and then we'll follow with the numericals. This is for standard 10. Let us start with first, that is cuboid. See, cuboid, this is the object over here, and lateral surface area, then total surface area. This is how you are supposed to add all the areas: the front face, the face behind this, the surface to the left, to the right, the top and the bottom. So if you add all the 6 surfaces, you get the total surface area, and area formula for surface area is length into breadth. Then volume we have length, breadth and height. Okay, this is cube is having all sides same, so lateral surface area is 4 times L square. L square is area of one surface. 4 surfaces we get lateral surface area. In lateral surface area we don't consider the top and the bottom. Okay, next is the cylinder. Cylinder is, now friends, one more thing, I taught you volume, how to calculate volume. It is always base area multiplied by height. So base area multiplied by height, it is L cube for a cube. Okay, then for cylinder, the curved surface area, I taught you, if I cut it over here vertically, then and I opened it, then it becomes a rectangle. So curved surface area is its circumference into its height, that is length into breadth. So 2 pi r into h. The total surface area will be this curved surface area plus top and the bottom. Okay, so it is 2 pi r h plus 2 times pi r square. Finally the volume is base area. The base is a circle, so base is pi r square into height. Next is cone. For cone we have curved surface area as pi r L. Curved L is what? L is the slant height of this cone, and h is the vertical height which is perpendicular to the base. ठीक है, so curved surface area is pi r L. Total surface area will be the curved surface area plus the base area, that is pi r square. Volume, I taught you, volume is always, it is 1/3 of the cylinder. So 1/3 of volume of cylinder, it is volume of cone. Okay, the next is sphere. Sphere surface area is 4 pi r square, it is total surface area. Then volume of a sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube. Okay, this is 4 pi r square, this is 4 by 3 pi r cube. For a hemisphere it is half of the sphere, so total surface area, curved surface area will be exactly half of the sphere, that is 4 pi r square by 2. But when I cut it, and now total surface area of solid hemisphere, so like this surface area plus the face which is a circle, getting things. Okay, so it is 2 pi r square, which is curved surface area, plus pi r square. Next and last is my volume. Volume is 2, it will be half of the volume of sphere, so it is 2 by 3 pi r cube. Friends, let us begin with some numericals where we are going to apply the formulas which we studied. Okay, the first question is, how many solid cylinders of radius 10 centimeter and height 6 centimeter can be made by melting a solid sphere of radius 30 centimeter? Okay, friends, in such type of problem, remember, you have one object which is a solid sphere. You assume that it is made up of iron or of wax. You are going to melt this, and out of that melted iron or wax, you are supposed to make cylinders. From sphere you are going to make cylinder with radius 10 centimeter. Now friends, even if the shape changes, remember the solid, this like an equation, or you can just understand this volume of the solid sphere from which you are going to make the cylinder. So volume of this sphere will be equal to the volume of all the cylinders which you are making. Got this? So the way we are going to solve it is, first of all we'll calculate volume of solid sphere and volume of solid cylinder. So first thing is, we'll collect the given data. I told you always make a habit of collecting the data. First, the given thing is radius of the sphere, okay, from which we are going to make the cylinder. So radius of the sphere, small r, is 30 centimeter. Radius of cylinder, that is capital R, is 10 centimeter. Got this? Radius of sphere is a small r 30, of cylinder it is 10, and height of cylinder is 6. Okay, now what I have written, just check, number of solid cylinders that can be made is equal to, what I am going to do is, this volume of the sphere, it will be divided by volume, and this volume of cylinder is small. So with this volume I can make some 10-20 cylinders. Now let us check how many. So how you are going to do is divide the volume of sphere by volume of each cylinder, so that you will get the number of cylinders that can be made. Now the formula for volume of sphere, friends, just now we revised. Volume of sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube, correct? And the volume of cylinder is pi r square, that is the base area, into height. Here capital R is radius of cylinder, small r is radius of sphere. Pi will get cancelled. So I have 4 by 3 into 30 raised to power 3 divided by 10 raised to 2 into height is 6. Now I will get 4 into 30 into 30 into 30, because it's 30 cube, divided by see this is 3 over here, into 10 into 10 into 6, correct? Now just keep on cancelling and reducing this and simplify. If you simplify this, you will get an answer as 60. Now this is it centimeter, meter? No, it is the number of cylinders you can make. So finally I got through that I can make 60 cylinders out of that sphere. That sphere will be melted and 60 such small cylinders can be made. Clear? Yes friends, come on, let's move ahead with next problem. And one more thing, I have deliberately started with very simple problems. Okay, the next one more video on this, the next video we shall have some tough ones, but these are simple and basic problems, but it is very necessary to clear the basics. Let's move on with the question. Find the volume of a cone if the radius of its base is 1.5 centimeter and its perpendicular height is 5 centimeter. See here, I have drawn a diagram of a cone. The radius of the base is 1.5 centimeter and the perpendicular height is 5. It is not slant height, it is perpendicular height. Clear? Now he has asked us to find the volume of this cone. What volume of cone? Before starting, just what you do is, in exam, just recollect what is volume of this cone. Volume of any cone is 1/3 pi r square h. So what are the things required? Vertical, perpendicular height is required, r is required, and pi, the value we know. So we have both the values, we know r and we know h. So we can move ahead. The perpendicular height is 5 centimeter. The radius of the base is 1.5 centimeter. Check, both the things are given in centimeter. They might confuse you in your exam. Some dimensions will be given in meter, centimeter, millimeter. Remember, whenever you are applying a formula, all the dimensions should be in one like it should be in centimeters or in meter or in millimeter, whatever. Volume of this cone is equal to 1 by 3 pi r square h, that is 1 by 3 into 22 by 7 into r square. R is what? R is 1.5 into 1.5, because it's square, multiplied by height is 5. So now this will get cancelled, and finally I got an answer in decimal point. It is 11.79 as it is volume, the unit is always cubic centimeter or cubic centimeter or centimeter cube. So this is volume of this cone. Friends, next question for you. Here it's a conical cup in front of you. Okay, this is a cylinder type of vessel or a pot. See what he has written. The perpendicular height of this is 10 centimeter. Can you see this? And the radius is 3.5 centimeter. It's a cone. It's a jug, a conical jug. Okay, and this is a cylindrical water pot with radius 7 and this perpendicular height as 10 centimeter. Okay, so now observe the measures of the above pot. How many jugs of water can the cylindrical pot hold? How many jugs of water? What actually the thing is, this particular cylinder is bigger one. This cup is a small vessel, utensil or a jug. Fine, now you are going to pour water with this jug in this cylinder or pot. So how many jug water can be poured in this? This is the question. Again the same concept. Find volume of the cylinder, volume of this cone, then divide the volume of cylinder by cone, so that you will come to know how many jugs of water are required. See, first we'll collect the data. Radius of jug. This is jug, its radius is 3.5 centimeter. Radius of cylindrical pot, this one R is capital R is 7. Height of cone H is 10 centimeter. Height of cylinder is 10 centimeter. Both the heights are same. There is difference between radius. Okay, now let us see number of jugs of water the pot can hold. This is the pot and this is jug. Now I am pouring water with this jug in this pot. So how many jugs of water can be poured? So number of jugs will be volume of the cylindrical pot divided by volume of conical jug. Okay, now volume of cylindrical pot is what? It is pi r square H. Cylindrical pot, its volume is pi r square into H, base area multiplied by its height, divided by 1 by 3. What is this now? This is a conical jug. So conical jug, the formula for volume is 1/3 pi r square H. Fine, this pi will get cancelled. So 1 multiplied by this 1 multiplied by 7. See, 7 is what? R, that is radius of this cylinder. It is 7. So 7 into 7 into H10, and this 3 will go to numerator. So it is multiplied by 3 divided by R square. It is 3.5 into 3.5 into H is 10. Now just cancel out the things which you can, simplify this, and you will get the final answer as 12 jugs. Means what? This 12 jugs of water can be poured in this cylinder. This is how it goes, and these problems are very popular. The basic concept is find the volume of both the vessels and just divide the volume. You will get number of jugs that can be poured. Okay. Yes. Friends, let's continue with next problem. Now a bit tough one. Can you see the figure? It's a top actually. This top which you might have played in your childhood days. Like this is a top whose base is a cone, and this top, the upper surface is a hemisphere. Can you see this? And see, this is 3.5 centimeter is what? It is this complete length. It is the diameter. So it is diameter for this hemisphere also, and it is diameter for this cone also. 5 centimeter is height from top to this point, that is it is height of the complete top. Okay, and what's the question is all about? The top shown in the adjoining figure needs to be colored. Find the area to color. See friends, whenever you are going like the question is fill water in some bucket or a utensil, you are supposed to find its volume, and when you are going to color it, or just you are supposed to put some tiles over some object, something like that. So in that these questions you are supposed to calculate the area. correct, and he has clearly told you find the area to color. He might ask you how much square foot of area will be required, or in that way. So and also he has given you that the value of pi is to be taken as 22 by 7. Fine, let's continue further. First of all, I want to calculate the area. What I will do is I'll divide this object, which is a top, into two parts. One part is this upper hemisphere and the bottom part is this cone, correct? So and also in this cone I don't want the complete area, total area of this cone. I want the curved surface area of this cone. Clear? So let us start with, consider the hemisphere at the top. The curved surface area of hemisphere. Friends, students commonly make a mistake over here. They have formulas, they just mug the formulas and keep on applying. Here remember, you are supposed to calculate only, I want only the curved surface area of this hemisphere, not the total area. So curved surface area of hemisphere is half of sphere's area, that is 4 pi r square by 2. And if you want to calculate total area, can you remember, you have to add the area at the base, which is a circle, but in here we just want the curved surface area. So it is half of 4 pi r square. Okay, now continue further. So curved surface area, henceforth I will be using the notation as CSA. Curved surface area of hemisphere is equal to 2 into pi is 22 by 7 r. Now friends, just focus here. Don't commit mistake. 3.5 is the diameter, so radius will be 3.5 by 2 into 3.5 by 2. And if you, I haven't solved this actually. Why so? Because I'll solve this at the last stage. I just put it as it is, bracket, and I have written here centimeter square because it's an area. Clear? Now let us move further. This is area of this hemisphere, the surface area. Fine. Now we'll move ahead with calculation of area for this cone. So curved surface area of cone, we have to find out the slant height. Why so? I just remembered. See here, I'll just pull the paper. The curved surface area of cone, the formula is pi r L. Okay, we know h, we know r, but we don't know this L. So primarily we need to first calculate this slant height. I have drawn a diagram for you again. Just focus on this cone. This is height, correct? This is slant height L and this is r. We know this r, correct? And what things we know this height also. How come I know this height? See, again focus here. This is the total height of this cone. So I want height from this point to this point. So it will be like 5 minus the radius of this hemisphere. The radius of this hemisphere is 3.5 divided by 2 will be this one, radius, correct? So 5 minus 3.5 by 2. I have done over here. Height of the cone is 5 minus 3.5 by 2. So answer comes out to 3.25 centimeter, which is height of this cone, that is h. Okay, h we know, r we know. Now L is required. So applying Pythagoras theorem, slant height L is equal to under root of h square plus r square, correct? Under root of 3.25 square plus 3.5 by 2 whole square. The answer finally we get as 3.7 centimeter. Friends, one more thing, it's a kind request to all of you. Just remember and mug it up. No logic, nothing doing. You have to remember squares of numbers from 1 to 50. You should know this. Okay, what will happen is, if I get some number in under root of some number, so it strikes me immediately that it is square of 37 or 3.7, like that I can get answer immediately. So remember the squares from 1 to 50. Okay, make it a habit, revise it every day. It will hardly take 1 or 2 days, and I know my students are very sharp, they can do it easily. So just mug the squares. So what we got over here, this is slant height L. Now what was our final target? Our target was to calculate the surface area of this cone. I have a formula. Curved surface area of cone is pi r L, 22 by 7 into 3.5 by 2, which is r, into L is 3.7 centimeter square, correct? Now this is what? This is curved surface area of the base cone. This was curved surface area of the upper hemisphere, and now of this complete top you are going to add these two things. What? This star I have made over here, CSA of hemisphere and CSA of cone. So the next step, I am adding these two. I have written here 2 into 22, the same values I have repeated here. Now see, it's an addition. Here we have 22 by 7, here we have 22 by 7, then 3.5 by 2. So I have taken them out as common. In bracket I will get 3.5. Where from I got this 3.5? See, this 22.7 and this fellow, I have taken them out. This 2 and 2 will get cancelled, so only 3.5. Here these two fellows are out, so the remaining one is 3.7. Just add these two. I will get 22 by 7 into 3.5 by 2 into 7.2. And how come this 11? I have cancelled this actually. 2 11s over here, and 7 3.5 by 7 is 0.5. If you multiply this, the final answer is 39.6 centimeter square will be the area of that top. Okay, next and last problem for you in this video. See, can you see this diagram drawn for you? It's a cube actually at the base, okay, and at the top you have a hemisphere. Fine, and the hemisphere, the diameter of this hemisphere at the center is 4.2. This cube is 5 by 5 by 5 centimeter. Okay, it's like the decorative block made of two solid, a cube and a hemisphere. Find the total surface area. It's a very simple problem. Total surface area will be what? It will be area of the cube plus area of hemisphere. And just when I solve this and add this, 100% I'll get 0 marks. Why so? Just focus over there. If I calculate the total surface area of this cube, the area below this hemisphere will be added twice. So what you are going to do is, see, the thing is, total surface area of the cube is 6 multiplied by side square. So this answer is correct. But what you are going to do is, see here, total surface area of cube minus the base area of hemisphere. Why so? Because it is not the external surface area, it will be hidden, it is not exposed. The cube and this hemisphere and this area, that is the hemisphere kept on this cube, is to be subtracted. So total surface area of cube minus base area of hemisphere plus curved surface area of the hemisphere. So just put the values. 150 minus, now what is base area of hemisphere? Base area is a circle, so it is pi r square, plus curved surface area of hemisphere is half of a sphere, that is 2 pi r square, correct? Okay, so now next is 150 plus this pi r square and 2 pi r minus 1 pi r, it is pi r square. So it is 150 plus pi r square. You are getting this? That is 150 plus 22 by 7, that is pi into 4.2 by 2 into 4.2 by 2. If you just solve this, but don't commit mistake, add this 150 at the last. BORDMAS, first solve this bracket and then add this value to 150 and your final answer will be 163.86 centimeter square. What is this? It is the surface area of this decorative block. Hope you got this. Friends, these were some of the basic beginners problem. Next video we shall have a bit tough one. So till then, practice these problems in your notebook, solve all the problems and revise all the formulas. And also I told you to mug up the squares from 1 to 50. Okay, and it's a very important year for you, so kindly do the homework which is given to you. Okay, and also remember to subscribe our channel Brain Gym. Till next video, goodbye to all of you. Thank you.